What's up, guys? It's John at National Sports Entertainment, and it's been a little bit, so I wanted to do a recap of where we stand just in general, and also go over the system and just show people why it's a beneficial one. So today we had a bunch of plays. As you can see, most of them were just leg ones, as I went over in my NBA video. But we did have a couple college leg twos, and we got them both. It was Kent State over and Toledo under, just playing high hit metrics. So we closed them both out, netted a unit. And the only other one where we went 3 legs or 2 legs was Dallas covering Miami, which came through. As far as the rest, we about split the leg ones. Assuming, I think we'll split Thunder Lakers. We might even take them both. But depending how it finishes, we've picked up anywhere from 5 to 7 sequences. And you can kind of see how the system works. So now where the Jazz didn't cover the Nets, that becomes a leg 2. And etc. So I wanted to go into there. Honestly, it's too much to squeeze into one video because there's just too many. So I wanted to go into our college plays for tomorrow because we have quite a bunch. And again, I know it's not the most fun, so I'm gonna make it as easy as possible. Not gonna go into anything crazy, just high metrics. So as you can see, we have quite a bit of plays for college tomorrow. We have 11 to be exact. And like most Saturdays, a lot of these are leg 3s. So right off the bat, I like Delaware State to cover NC Central. That's just a leg 1. I made that a leg 1 because, and you can screenshot this, whatever's easiest. I made that a leg 1 because NC Central's got a good record against the spread, but nothing crazy. They could win a game here. Florida State covering Pittsburgh, same deal. Pitt's pretty good against the spread. I don't think that continues. Tulsa covering Tulane. I made that a leg 3, okay? So to show you how that works, we look for one where we lost leg 1 and leg 2, which would be right here. This is from a couple days ago. Louisville did not cover Pittsburgh. So our leg 3 will become Tulsa covers Tulane, okay? Obviously, we're not going to play it twice, so there we go. And that's how we do leg 2s, leg 3s. So I like Notre Dame to cover Boston College. That'll be a leg 2. We can make that for our Ball State not covering Kent State today. And you can see how it's pretty simple. So that's all I do. And then we have another leg 3, UAB. They are 88% on the over. It's just something I don't see holding. Not that, again, anything can happen. I just don't see it holding personally. So I'm going to look for another one where we have a leg 2. As I said, I have saved quite a few, just in case. And here we go, Magic cover Kings. This was from probably about like 5-6 days ago. And that's going to be our leg 3. That's why I don't just rush leg 3s because, and I'm not saying they're all going to hit, but they're higher metrics. So I like to play the higher college metrics for a leg 3 versus some of these other games. So that's UAB. As you can see, Notre Dame is now our leg 2. And since we plugged that in, and that leaves another leg 2, Nebraska, Penn State. I think that one goes over. So again, just for one of our losses, that was a leg 1 loss to Nick, so we're going to plug that in right here. And there we go. So these are still in play. Obviously, not everyone's going to go our way. And then the rest of the college are leg 1s. UTEP covering Florida Atlantic, Navy and Army going under, Denver going under. I like Stetson to go under. I like Loyola Chicago to cover. And as I said, I like Delaware State to cover and Florida State to cover. So you can see we have quite a few plays, a couple leg 3s. They're all high metrics. So if you're really feeling froggy, you can make, say, Navy under a leg 2 or something. I'm just personally not. And again, it's just metrics. So we've picked up a ton just doing this with college basketball because you're not going to have teams, and this is what I was trying to explain to people, you're not going to have teams continue with these kind of spreads. You're not going to have a team continue at 12.5. On the over, you're not going to have a team continue at 88.9. They might win a couple, but or hit a couple overs. It's just not going to continue at that pace. So that's essentially what we're doing. Nebraska, 16%, that's below the historical norm. So that's why we picked them to go over. It's nothing crazy. It's nothing fancy. It's just, in my opinion, the best way to take these games. So, like I said, we're looking good. I'm going to go into the NFL, of course. I just wanted to do a recap as well as just show where we stand and why I save certain games for leg threes. You know, a lot of people will rush a leg three or a leg two, and I just like to save the ones that I think have the best metrics. As far as the NBA goes, the Mavericks are the only team that were kind of flirting with being outside of historical norms. So that's why I prefer college. But we did good with both today. Like I said, we went 3 for 3 on our leg two and leg threes, and that's what's most important. And I'll be going into props. I want to look a little more into the props here because obviously Trevor Lawrence is going to get props, Etienne, Mahomes. But I want to look at the props for the other guys too and just see what kind of game we're looking at. And we got the Eagles tomorrow too, so I want to look into that as well. That'll probably be out tomorrow morning. That way everybody has the entire day to play both games. So I just wanted to do a little recap for everyone that's following along. Like I said, we're doing exceptionally well. And I think we'll close out a lot of these leg twos tomorrow with college and leg threes. And I think we do well. If you don't know, I already have the Jaguars locked in. I can go over that again. But I do have faith in that game. Not the Jaguars, but the game. I do like the Chiefs -9. So I'll go back into that, why I like that, and if I think it's worth buying a point or if I think it's going to be more beneficial to parlay a money line or to just take the spread. Because last week we could have parlayed two teams, and instead we went with spreads, and it did bite us. But typically spreads are going to give you the best value. So we'll be looking at this, and we'll be definitely looking at the Eagles. So take care, everybody, and happy earnings.